Jaelyn Hodge, Carlie Cisneros, and Jordan Wilson. Kim, do you want to open us up?
Jay, when you were deciding whether you were going to come back and whether it was going to be to Arizona, all that kind of thing, what went into your decision?
I think just the love I have for the program and culture and the fans we have here, it was hard to let that all go and transition to something else just for a year. So I decided just to stay with what I know, and I'm just excited for the new people that are coming in and new coaching staff. So yeah.
And how's your foot?
It's good. It's a lot better actually. So I've been taking swings and jumping in practice this past week. It's been good so far, so hopefully keeping that roll up.
Carlie, did you have a relative who's either from Tucson or went to the U of A? Is that accurate or no? And if so, can you expand on that?
I did not have a relative. I had a lot of family friends that came to U of A, but no relatives in my family.
Okay, what made you want to join the University of Arizona?
I loved that it was a college community, and I loved the coaching staff here. I wanted to go somewhere where I could make a difference right away and earn a spot on the court, and I thought U of A was a great place to start something.
And can you tell the story of how Coach Stubbs and you connected and how it came about that you would join here?
Well, my first call with Rita was actually a funny one because I fell out of my chair during our phone call, and she kind of comforted me and sent me a picture of when she also broke a chair. So after that, we kind of built a friendship, and then we continued to talk about like the culture she wants to start at U of A and what her and Rubio can do for me.
Why you fell out of a chair? You were flattered or just?
I was just mid-conversation, and then it just broke. Yeah, I just fell out of it. Yeah. Yeah.
And what did you say when that was happening?
Are you okay? I said, yeah, I was fine. I just got back up and we continued the conversation like nothing happened. So it was pretty nice.
And I know when you were first getting recruited, Dave was still here.
Yeah.
So how much did Rita getting the job? I mean, we've talked a little bit about this, but how much did Rita getting the job? You know, how important was that to you?
It was really important. Me and Rita had a conversation when I was being recruited that in the chance that Rubio did retire, would she take over? And she heavily implied that like that was a very high possibility, and I knew I would only come here if Rita took over.
Why?
Because she's a great coach and she has experience at U of A, and I feel like she can help start something new, and I wanted to be a part of that.
So for all three of you, how do you define the culture that Rita is building?
I'm thinking.
I'd say like it's gotten very competitive. I'd say like a lot of the girls here on our team, like we all have drive, we all have a goal that we really want to reach. We all want to make it to a tournament. We want to win. We want to ring. Like we all have such a competitive drive of helping each other get better and having each other's backs. I think that's like a huge difference, especially compared from this season to last season. Like a really big difference that I've seen is these girls are coming in the gym like ready to work, ready to put in all the effort, give their all to the team. So
Yeah, I think just the competitive part and Rita recruiting girls that came from good clubs and other good programs. So I think just keep building on that part and getting players that know how to play
and how to win.
in high stress and high play situations. So yeah.
And talking about that, the transfers into the program, I mean, you were coming home, but getting someone like Kiari to come in who, you know, she's been at programs who've been to the tournament, and this isn't home for her.
Yeah.
So how important is Rita getting those players to making you guys a better program?
Super important. I think they just fill holes that we needed, that some people left or that we just didn't have in the past. So I think having Key now just opens the court for all the other pins and hitters and just the offense. So yeah.
What do you make of that whole top recruit innovation tag? I hear you're pretty humble, but apparently you're the #1 recruit in the nation. Do you like having that label? Does it mean anything to you? And what do you make of it?
Rankings aren't everything. The label is definitely nice to have, and it was definitely something that I had to work for. But yeah, no, there's always ways to go up. That was high school. That's rankings from the past. I have I have no records in college yet, so I have something to prove.
Anything else for this group? All right, we'll bring the next group up.
Nice.
Thank you.
We've got Kiari and Alayna Johnson, both no walkers. Kim?
So AJ, I want to ask you about Kiari, because you guys played together against each other as freshmen, right?
Yeah.
And she was the guard. What do you like about her game?
She has a really fast arm swing, and it's really challenging for me, I think, to have someone like her in the gym and to help me with my blocking and everything. And we're very different players, I would say, so it's nice to see the opposite of me, but it's just really challenging in the gym to have someone who can help me with the things that I struggle with and vice versa.
And why your son at Key?
Well, like as you probably know, I've been a couple places and I have one more year, so I wanted to find the perfect fit for my last year, try to get all my goals that I have. And with Rita being head coach this year and last year, it made it more of something like that I wanted to come to with her. I have a good relationship with her. I feel like the best relationship like with the coach so far. I can have like personal conversations and just be comfortable and just like be my full self, which is nice. And the program as a whole, like welcoming, I love the players, I get along with all of them, competitive, like, and we have high potential, so I'm excited. So yeah, that's fine.
Is Big 12 volleyball different from Pac-12 volleyball? Either?
I would say yes.
You said how or is it?
How? I would say that the girls
The
are.
average fan goes to games and maybe isn't a volleyball expert, isn't watching games around the country.
Like I haven't.
I would say more, personally, I think that the girls are bigger. Like, maybe we would be faster, but they're bigger physically, I guess, taller. But that doesn't mean that it's a different game, but it doesn't mean that it's harder or easier in any way.
It doesn't have to be. It shouldn't say how, it should say, is there a difference?
Yeah, I'd agree with her.
Anything else?
Well, I mean, goals. This is the last year for both of you, so what do you want to see happen?
I have big goals for this year. For myself, I want to be All-American. I'm going to be All-American. I want us to win Big 12, get a ring. I think it's possible.
I agree with that. Ring season, trying to make it to the tournament. Haven't been to tournament since I've been here. This is definitely our year. This is definitely the year I want to make it to the tournament, and I want to make it through the tournament to the end. So.
And I mean, last year, what do you see, I know it's early so far, but what do you see different about your team in spring and early in practice from last year?
I would say the competitiveness in the gym is insane. Everyone wants to be here. It's working their best every single day, is getting in their extra reps in every single day. And you can just see the drive in everyone's eyes, even outside of the gym. And I think the culture is amazing. Everyone's asking everyone on the team questions on how they can be better, and everyone wants to help that person be better. And it's not, no one's selfish on the team. Everyone wants everyone to be their best.
Yeah, I wasn't here, but I can see like from the get-go, first day, everybody's like 1-1. We're all competitive, going for each other's necks. We want it for each other, so like we're gonna be a great team because we all want the best for ourselves. So.
And what do you bring from those previous programs that you think can help here?
Okay, so Rudy like pokes at me because I think honestly this was the best of me coming here rather than freshman year. I come with experience, I come with confidence. I know the game a lot better. I'm a lot more calmer, I have more of a feel for the game. Still the love that I had for the game when I first began, but just more passion. I have a clear vision of the game, and just, yeah, the experience and the confidence is like a great add-on.
Anything else? All right, we'll bring Coach Charita Stubbs up. All right, we've got head coach Charita Stubbs. Kim, you want to take it away?
Your newcomers, what are you seeing from them? What did they bring that you needed?
Part of what I wanted when we were recruiting the young ladies to come in was individuals who knew how to win at their high school, win in club, All-American Gatorade Players of the Year, because it wasn't something that we focused a lot on in the past, because honestly, sometimes Dave didn't think we could get those type of players. And so I knew that in order for us to change the culture, to believe that we were winners, we had to bring in people who knew how to win, because we had the individuals that were athletic enough, they just had to learn how to play the game more.
How do you foster the competitiveness that the ladies talk about?
Well, one, I'm super competitive myself, and I'm probably that person that is trying to walk faster than you in the mall and to win, even though you didn't know it. And so I think our demeanor, our attitudes are very similar in that sense, and so we're able to talk about it. I mean, thus far, no one has operated in an unhealthy fashion, but we are starting to put some division in there within the teams in terms of the rankings of where we are. We have our red and blue scrimmage on Saturday, and so I know things are gonna quickly kind of turn a little bit. You'll get individuals who will feel like they can't do or they haven't been given the opportunity. However, we are statting everything, and so we're talking about it. Not stats doesn't work well for every individual, so I tell that individual, don't worry about it, just do your job in the gym. But it's something that we're not gonna shy away from. So we did a SWOT analysis the other day to talk about what is important and where we are, so that I don't like surprises, so we're talking about everything in advance. Put it that way.
And what did I mean, I think you did some SWAT stuff last year, so what's different this year from last year in that analysis?
It's similar in a sense of everyone wants to win, let's be honest. No one signs up to say, oh, I want to lose. Everyone wants to win, but now we have some depth in the positions that is viable. So in the past, we had bodies filling the spot, trying their best and their hardest, and that's not a knock against them. But I mean, this group of middles that we have, for example, we haven't had 4 physical middles of this caliber in a long time, if ever. So any given day you can change it out. And, you know, having Jaelyn out there who's capable of playing on either pen, she puts pressure on individuals right away. And, you know, Jordan's trying to get in the back row, so she's working on that. And the goal is they all want to be on the floor. Whereas in the past, we've had players that just wanted to be a part of the program. You don't win, you don't do well, and those individuals start feeling some kind of way. So it was kind of not having that type of environment going on.
Sounds like you've got a lot of talented young players, but certainly when you read Bibles and somebody's the #1 recruit in the country, it kind of jumps off at you. What makes Carlie a good player?
Carlie came in the spring, and she literally held our team together. She was the type of kid I couldn't take off the floor. She feels so many needs, and she has this calm demeanor. I remember at a tournament, and I'm not sure if she remembers me telling her this in a conversation, but what I liked about her was she went up and she hit a ball and she got dug, and it was a great hit, and the girl was like, whatever, dog, that was easy type thing. And she didn't like flinch, she didn't get flustered or whatever. She went up and then she had another shot for it and beat her with an off-speed shot. And so she has game, and I think it rubs off on the other individuals watching her and seeing what she's trying to do and what she's accomplishing, that they start doing it as well. That's what happens when you have winners in your gym.
Follow-up, can you tell a story of either recruiting her or being on the other end of the phone and the chair breaks, and however you want to go forward with that?
Well, one, I laughed. I don't know how she didn't realize I laughed first, but she was just easy to talk to. And it was interesting because she didn't come to camp, and I didn't think we were going to get her. I don't think I told you that, but I didn't think we were going to get her, because typically if a young lady doesn't come on campus to kind of see what it's like here, then they think, Tucson, I don't want to be in that city. But once they get here, it was like, oh, it's a great place to be. I want to be here. So I was kind of sweating bullets in that sense. So I was just wanting to get to know her as much as possible and make sure that we can align on many levels. One of them is Christianity, so I knew that she was a believer, and that helped a lot in our conversation to keep things calm.
And with Key, how did that recruitment go? 'Cause I know it's different with transfers, and I mean, I heard rumors, but I didn't expect it. So
Why? Because she broke my heart twice, 3 times the charm. When she was at Oregon, I watched her a lot. Clearly you couldn't have her conversations, but I was always honestly praying over her because I know her background. And so for me, it was more so coming through saying, hey, let me help you in the areas where you want to grow. Her goal is to be a professional athlete. You have to put her in a position where she can be a professional athlete, where she can be creative, where she can do the things that she needs to do to be able to play at the next level. But I also know that family is very important to her. She's an awesome big sister. So coming in with some young women underneath her, she gets to flourish in that area as well. You just have to get to know her. She's not easy to talk to, but easy for me because we've had the years of experience. But I can tell you she's not the type of person that's just going to put her heart on the line. And so you have to meet her where she is, and I think she appreciates that.
So Rita, as competitive as you are, what was last season like for you?
I almost said something. It was hard. Part of it was because there was a moment in there where I got really selfish, and because every other new coach in the conference and across the nation was getting their first wins, and I kept going, well, when I'm going to get my win, when I'm going to get mine. And that was the wrong mindset to have. It was probably my demise when I was a head coach before, was thinking like that. So I had to put all of that aside and go back to the basic fundamentals. Because one of the things I can say about last year is that I don't feel like we ever had a bad practice. I didn't have to pull out of them. It was teaching a lot because there was so many things they didn't know, and the whole group in general, just teaching them to believe. So once I let that go, then my competitive nature started going more because I'm like, this is going to be great. We just need this piece. This is going to be great. We're going to need that piece. But there was many a nights I did not sleep, and anyone knows me, I'm already up in the morning super early, so I was tired a lot last year.
when you talk about Carlie, everyone talks about her passing, and I know that's important for you guys, but her scoring, what makes her a good scorer?
She sees the game. The game is slow for her. So what's in front of her, she knows everything that she wants to do, but she's so driven, which one of the things is when you have your better players on a team being your hardest workers, it makes life so much easier. She has a shot for everything.
Anything else?
What does it mean to be in a new conference, coaching in the last season of the Pac-12, playing in the Pac-12? What does it mean to be in this new Big 12?
I have a love-hate relationship with it. I'm a Pac-10 baby, so I didn't want to see it go away, so maybe it'll come back. I'm not really sure. But every day is going to be a new day. I'm excited to go into the Big 12. There's no expectations when you go in there, so you're not playing Stanford, who everyone arguably knows, or the LA schools, so forth and so on. So going into a conference that is only up for us is exciting. Every player is able to go in not knowing anything. I've only been in one gym out of all the schools that we'll be playing at, so I'm excited for it.
Anything else? All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.